Hi, I am Platinum Sleep 26 and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, then please consider subscribing, it really motivates me. Today we are going to discuss about the Cave update, also called as 1.17 Minecraft. The first release of Caves and Cliffs is a major update to Pocket Edition announced at Minecraft Live 2022 and released on June 8, 2021. 1. This update adds amethyst geodes along with amethyst blocks and items, copper ore in its derived forms, Deepslate and its variants, and the goat, glow squid and axolotl mobs. On April 14, 2021, Mojang Studios announced that the update would be split into two updates due to the amount and complexity of content, as well as team health. 3. Multiple features such as revamped mountain and cave generation, the lush caves and dripstone caves biomes, and increased world height were removed on 21W15A to be later released for 1.18. These features could be re-enabled with a preview data pack, and subsequent snapshots updated this data pack with new experimental features. The latest data pack for the full 1.17 release, named the Caves and Cliffs, Part 2. Blocks. Amethyst bud. Grows from budding amethyst, which is found in amethyst geodes. Drops only when mined with a Silk Touch pickaxe. There is a total of 3 variants, stages. Amethyst cluster. The final, mature stage of the amethyst bud, which grows from budding amethyst in amethyst geodes. Breaking by hand, piston or other means drops only 2 amethyst shards instead of 4 that would be dropped by using any pickaxe. Emits a light level of 5. Azalea. Has variants with either no blossoms or pink blossoms. Bush-like blocks that can be planted on dirt and grass blocks. Azalea leaves. Has variants with either no blossoms or pink blossoms. Block of amethyst. A decorative block found in amethyst geodes. Can also be crafted with 4 amethyst shards. Block of copper. Can be crafted with 9 copper ingots, and can also be crafted back into 9 copper ingots. Oxidizes and changes texture to a turquoise green over time. Can be stopped from oxidizing by combining it with a honeycomb to create a waxed block of copper. White particles are formed when scraping off wax from the block. Lightning may clean oxidation, reverting the oxidation process by 1 or several stages. Chances of cleaning and number of reverted stages are higher the closer to the struck block. Can be crafted into cut copper. There are 7 variants in total. Block of raw metal. Raw copper, raw gold and raw iron can be crafted into the respective block of raw metal. Budding amethyst. Generates amethyst buds/clusters on any side that is exposed either to air or a water source block. Cannot be obtained when mined, even with Silk Touch, and does not drop anything. Breaks immediately if pushed by a piston or sticky piston. Cannot be pulled by sticky pistons. Generates in amethyst geodes. Calcite. An off-white stone that generates in geodes between smooth basalt and amethyst. Candle. Comes with 16 dyed types and a yellowish non-dyed type. Can be lit by any item that produces fire. Cave vines. A natural light source with a light level of 14. Drop glow berries. Growth can be sped up using bone meal. Berries can be harvested by interacting with the vine. Grow from glowberries when placed on the underside of a block. Cobbled deepslate. Drops from deepslate when mined with a pickaxe without Silk Touch. Can be used interchangeably with cobblestone and blackstone in crafting recipes of basic tools, furnaces, and brewing stands. Can be crafted into respective stairs, slabs and walls, polished deepslate, chiseled deepslate, Deepslate bricks and Deepslate tiles, which can be used to craft their respective stairs, slabs, and walls, excluding chiseled Deepslate. Deepslate bricks and Deepslate tiles can also be smelted into their cracked variants. Can be smelted back into Deepslate. Copper ore generates randomly underground in small blobs. Copper ore generates uniformly between levels 0 and 64. Drops raw copper when mined. Can be smelted into a copper ingot. Cut copper can be made into stair and slab variants. Oxidizes and changes texture over time. See cut copper slab. Oxidizes and changes texture over time. Can be stopped from oxidizing by combining it with a honeycomb to create a waxed cut copper slab. There are 7 variants in total. Cut copper stairs. Oxidizes and changes texture over time. Can be stopped from oxidizing by combining it with a honeycomb to create waxed cut copper stairs. There are 7 variants in total. Deepslate. A dark gray stone that generates in blobs between heights 0 and 16. Has a hardness value greater than that of stone, but can be mined with any pickaxe. Drops cobbled Deepslate when mined. Can be obtained only with a Silk Touch pickaxe. Added Deepslate variants of all ores, including iron, gold, copper, coal, diamond, redstone, emerald, and lapis lazuli. Takes twice as long to mine as normal ores. Has the texture of Deepslate replacing the normal stone texture. Takes place of ores that generate in Deepslate. Can be used in blasting and smelting recipes like normal ores. These recipes can be unlocked in the recipe book with Deepslate ores as well. Drip leaf. Allows an entity to stay on it for 1.5 seconds, 30 ticks, before the entity falls through it. The tilt happens in 3 stages: unstable, partial, and full. These can be seen in the F3 debug menu. All the stages are solid except the full stage, which is when the player falls through. It is available in survival through the Wandering Trader. Dripstone block. A decoration block. Appears to be made of the same materials as stalactites and stalagmites, but is a full cube. Generates mainly in the Dripstone Caves biome, which is currently available only through single biome, caves, or floating islands world types. Dripstone clusters can also be found rarely in regular caves. Can be crafted from 4-pointed dripstone. Glow item frame. Placeable entities that appear to glow. Do not affect the light level, but appear as if lit up themselves. Items placed inside also glow. Crafted using an item frame and a glowing sack. Includes application to maps. Glow lichen. A naturally occurring light source found rarely in caves, growing on any face of a block. Has a light level of 7. Obtained with shears, otherwise breaks. Hanging roots. Decorative blocks that can be placed only on the underside of a block. Obtained with shears, otherwise breaks. It can be obtained using a hoe on rooted dirt, turning it into normal dirt. Infested Deepslate. An infested variant of Deepslate. Spawn a silverfish when mined. Light. A new waterloggable source of light, originally from Bedrock Edition. Only available with commands such as /give. Behaves like air, and it is visible only when the item is held, similar to barriers. Lightning rod. Can be crafted with 3 copper ingots. Lightning strikes within a 32-block radius get redirected to the lightning rod. Turns completely white when struck by lightning. Moss block. An opaque block with a grass-like texture on all sides. Can be fertilized with bone meal to grow grass, tall grass, moss carpets, and both types of azaleas on it and in its vicinity. Can be fertilized with bone meal to grow over, expand across stone surfaces, but not grass surfaces. Moss carpet. Same texture as the moss block, but 1 pixel thick. Can be crafted with moss blocks, or be obtained by applying bone meal to them. Pointed dripstone. Can be either placed on a ceiling to create a stalactite or on top of a block to create a stalagmite. Can be combined to form longer stalactites and stalagmites. Thrown tridents break pointed dripstone. They also break when pushed directly or with a block by a piston. Stalagmites break if not attached to something below. Stalagmites hurt entities that fall on top of them more than normal fall damage. Damage is relative to height, for example, jumping on a stalagmite deals 2 Heartsuit of damage and falling from 3 blocks deals 8 of damage. Stalactites can fall or break if unsupported and break apart on impact, hurting entities they fall on. Damage is relative to height, for example, 1 falling from 2 blocks deals 2 of damage and 1 falling from 3 blocks deal 4 of damage. They drip water or lava into cauldrons if a source block is placed above the stalactite, and gradually fill the cauldron. Water drips even without any water above the block, as does lava in the nether, but this effect alone does not fill the cauldron. Powder snow. A variant of snow, entities that walk over it sink into it. Leather boots can be worn to prevent entities from sinking into powder snow blocks. Players can still crouch to descend with leather boots. Wearing leather boots also allows powder snow to be climbed, like water or scaffolding. They also prevent fall damage when landing on powder snow. Leather horse armor also protects horses from freeze damage. Rooted dirt. A dirt-like decorative block with roots on its texture. Similar to coarse dirt, neither mycelium nor grass spread to it. Using bone meal on any side grows hanging roots underneath. Sculk sensor. A redstone component that detects vibrations. Currently, it does not generate naturally, available only from commands such as /give, but natural generation is planned for future versions. Senses vibrations such as block placement, footsteps, and projectiles, and emits a redstone signal. Vibration texture, JE1B1.gif. Emits particles when it senses a vibration nearby. A comparator connected to it emits different signal strengths based on what caused the signal. Does not detect ambient weather such as rain. Will blocks between the sensor and the cause of the sound prevent the sensor from detecting the sound. Smooth basalt. A basalt variant that composes the outer layer of amethyst geodes. Can be obtained by smelting basalt. Spore blossom. Available only in creative or in buffet/custom worlds with the currently in used lush caves biome. Can be placed only on the underside of a block. Sends green particles downward when opened. Particles appear in the air around the block. Tinted glass. A black variant of glass that is transparent to players, but does not let light through. Can be crafted with 4 amethyst shards and a glass block. Stained glass cannot be used to craft tinted glass. Drops itself if mined without silk touch or even by hand, unlike glass. Tough. A deep grayish stone that generates in blobs between levels 0 and 16. Items. Amethyst shard. Obtained from breaking amethyst clusters. The amount dropped can be increased with the fortune enchantment. Can be used to craft tinted glass, blocks of amethyst, and spyglasses. Bucket of axolotl. Obtained by using a water bucket on an axolotl, similar to fish. Can be used to carry around and empty out axolotls, also similarly to fish. Bundle. Available only from commands such as /give. Used to store other items, except shulker boxes, inside of it. Can hold only one stack of items, but is able to hold different types of items inside of it. Items with smaller stacks, such as ender pearls, take up more room in a bundle, and non-stackable items take up the whole bundle. The bundle's contents can be opened by pressing use while holding it, throwing out its entire content into the world. When destroyed as an entity, it drops the items it currently has as well. Right-clicking a bundle in the inventory empties one item from the bundle. The player receives a tutorial when first having a bundle in the inventory. Copper ingot. Obtained by smelting raw copper or copper ore. Used to craft copper blocks, lightning rods, and spyglasses. Glowberries. Can be eaten, restoring 2. Grow on cave vines. Once harvested, the vines will lose their glowberry texture. Glowing sack. Dropped by glow squids when killed. Can be used to craft glow item frames. Can be used to make text glow on signs. Powder snow bucket. Obtained by using a bucket on powder snow. Can be used to place a powder snow block wherever it is used, or can be used to fill cauldrons with powder snow. Raw copper. Drops from copper or when mined with a stone pickaxe or higher without silk touch. Can be smelted into copper ingots. Raw gold. Drops from gold or when mined with an iron pickaxe or higher without silk touch. Can be smelted into gold ingots. Piglins attempt to pick up raw gold. Raw iron. Drops from iron or when mined with a stone pickaxe or higher without silk touch. Can be smelted into iron ingots. Spawn eggs. Added axolotl spawn egg. Added goat spawn egg. Added glow squid spawn egg. Spyglass. Crafted with 2 copper ingots and an amethyst shard. When used, it zooms in on wherever the player is looking, but limits their view to a square. The scope texture is a glass square with a copper border. The overlay that limits the view can be removed with a resource pack or by pressing F1. There is a unique animation for using the spyglass, which is visible in a third-person perspective or by another player. Mobs. Axolotl. Can only spawn in complete darkness, and where there's a natural stone block less than 5 blocks below the spawning space. The first amphibian added to Minecraft. Dry out and start taking damage after 5 minutes of being out of water. Can be caught using a water bucket, like fish. Can be bred using buckets of tropical fish. Come in 5 different colors: leucistic, yellow, brown, cyan, and blue, with blue being the rarest. 2. Blue axolotls are very rare, with a 11200 chance of spawning. Plays dead when damaged on water, receiving regeneration I. This regeneration ability is likely based on how real axolotls can regrow lost limbs. Attacks drowned, guardians, elder guardians, squids, glow squids and fish, dealing 2. Heartsuit. Damage. They have a 2-minute cooldown after hunting non-hostile targets such as fish and squids. They prioritize attacking hostile mobs over passive ones. If a player kills a mob an axolotl is in combat with, the player gets a regeneration I effect and is rid of mining fatigue, if they had it. So that's all for